Greg Tepper with Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here for Texas Football today at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention, joined by the pride of Little Elm. Where are you from?
Actually born and raised in Tyler, Texas.
Tyler,
East Texas guy, absolutely.
He's an ETX guy.
There you go.
It's Kendrick Brown from Little Elm. Coach, I mean, first and foremost, congratulations on last year. I mean, so for people who may not know, you went through some real lean times in your first couple of years there at Little Elm. And now, I mean, you guys make it the playoffs last year. That has to be a really satisfying feeling for you to give those kids an opportunity and to celebrate like that.
Absolutely. I don't think you ever, when you get your opportunity to get your first head coaching job, a lot of times, unless you get promoted from within, most coordinators are taking jobs that they're places where they haven't been successful. So knowing that going into there, I didn't realize it would be as difficult. But the thing that I'm most pleased about was I was able to hire a great staff. I was able to get some guys around me that believed in some of the things we were doing. So even in those lean 2 years, guys stayed with it. We stayed the course. And this past season, we were able to get over the hump. So I really give a lot of credit to both coaches and our players for that.
So when you clinched the playoff berth,
mm-hmm.
What was the celebration like?
Man, it was great. if you go back and look at what happened, I mean, a lot of people, some people know, some people don't know. We played Lake Dallas, and Lake Dallas was a state semifinalist team, and
very
right
good
there,
team.
With about 30 seconds to go, they had went for two and got it. So 30 seconds to go, we're playoff hopes on the line. We hit a big play there, 50 yards, Logan Kohler, Deshaun Gilbert, and that clinched our playoff spot. So not only did we clinch it, but it was in the prime fashion that we clinched it. So it was exciting. It was.
Well, and now all you guys got to go do is do it again and do it bigger. Right?
You have to do it bigger. You know, you look at last year, everybody say we were the turnaround story of the year. That story is not going to be the same story for this year. So we have a seasoned team coming back, so our expectations are high. And we really want those high expectations, and we live for that. So that's great. It's great to be in that situation, I'll tell you that.
But how do you handle those expectations? Because I feel like that's difficult in a situation where you did have two I mean, let's call them bad years.
Yes.
Two bad years. We can be frank with one another. Bad years. And then now all of a sudden you're going from no expectations to, like, you need to be a playoff team or else it's probably not a successful year. Is that fair?
It's very fair.
So how do you make it so that those kids aren't freaking out about, oh, my gosh, we got to go out there and play tight?
We're going to have goals. Our goals are to, again, we want to be successful in our preseason. We like to go 3-0 in our preseason. Our second goal that we've set for ourselves this year is we want to be district champions. And that third goal is we want to qualify for the playoffs. And our main goal is we want to be playing Thanksgiving weekend. So what we do is we try to compartmentalize things to smaller goals, and we try to focus 1 week at a time. And at the end, if we can reach our potential as a team, those things, the end result will fall in place.
Do you think you guys might run the ball once or twice?
Well, we got two backs. I don't think that's the secret. We're going to run the football. But the thing that, again, you look at how we're going to get better this next year. We know with our offensive line back, our two backs, we really feel like we want to get better in the passing game, and we spent time this offseason really trying to do that. So, again, you look at what's going to make us better. You look in the stats. We're not only a good run team, but we also can throw the football quite a bit too.
Defensively, what should we expect this year? I know you guys 6 starters back. Is that right? That sounds
seven.
Seven starters back.
7.
An experienced unit. What can we expect from the Lobo defense?
Man, we got to play fast and physical. I mean, that's when I took this job coming from DeSoto High School. One of the things that coming from Hebron High School as an assistant, fast and physical, and I think. One of the deals that we were able to do this offseason, we were able to personnel our defensive units and where we're faster, we're more athletic, and we've got some guys returning, so we should we really expect to be better defensively. But you got to be fast and physical on defense. That's number one.
You mentioned you came from DeSoto. I do have to ask you, what were your feelings? Maybe that last Saturday of the football season, watching DeSoto win that first state championship.
Well, you're happy.
Knowing that you had a part.
Yeah, you're happy for the city. The city has been longing for a football state championship. They've done it in basketball. They've done it in track. So I know the last year I was there, we lost on the last second. Ball was in the air on the punt, and we had a chance there to do that. But so for all the guys that are associated with that, I know Coach Peterman, he was the OC during that time. We lost back then, and he's done a tremendous job of running that program and getting them to a championship level. So you feel you're just excited for them, and you know the time was put in and it was overdue. So we're proud of those guys for that.
It's very exciting, and we know Little Elm's going to be there very soon. And all you got to do is just keep building a little bit.
Absolutely,
you'll be there.
absolutely. That's where we want to be.
Let's ruin a perfectly good.
Let's do it.
Perfectly good interview by spinning the wheel of questions. Give this thing a whirl.
Give it a whirl.
We'll see what Kendrick Brown from Little Elm is going to be asking. This is the best spin we've had yet, Max. This is an A+ spin. Let's see where we land. The question is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
It's meat between bread.
Man, a hot dog is a sandwich, meat between bread.
Okay.
I mean, you can, just like you can have a very exclusive sandwich with meat and bread, you can have a very exclusive hot dog sandwich. So it is a sandwich.
See, I go back and forth on this. I think there's a good argument either way. But what do you put when you get a hot dog? What's going on the hot dog?
Well, it depends. If you grill a hot dog, you don't need anything on the hot dog but mustard and ketchup. If it's a boiled hot dog or a hot dog you go and pay for, then you want to go with the Superb hot dog where it's supreme with all the fixings and everything. So that's good.
You open the door. I have to ask you, if you're out there grilling, what's on the grill?
Man,
if we're coming over to the Brown household, me and Matt Stepp. First of all, Matt Stepp's very picky, so you better be careful.
He's a barbecue guy.
So
he is, man.
So what are you cooking for us?
Well, it's always, we're gonna start off with our ribs. We'll have our ribs. We'll let those marinate the night before. We'll have our brisket marinate the night before. The way we do it, you got to have some pork chops there to put on the grill always, and then you always, if you're gonna do it, we're going to have the wood for our fireplace, so there'll be some chicken on the side. So we're going to really do it up. And at the end of the day, what we'll end up with, we'll sear our steaks, sear them real good, and we'll have steaks to go with that as well.
What are you doing Sunday?
Sunday, I'm going to relax. We're getting close to football season. We're getting very close. We're getting very close to the season.
So we're going over to the Brown house.
We have an appointment in Little Elm.
Yeah, we will. But that's the deal. That's the deal.
Kendrick Brown, head coach Little Elm.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right.